Top 20 Implementation Manager Interview Questions and Answers. An implementation manager oversees a team of implementation specialists that implement technical systems, software, hardware, and solutions. This video will look at some of the questions you should expect in an implementation manager interview to help you prepare well and increase your chances of landing the job. 1. Why are you interested in this position? The interviewer wants to determine your motives. What made you interested in a particular job listing? You can turn this question around and use it as a chance to sell yourself by mentioning what you intend to do to the company. Convince the interviewer that you have pure motives that will lead to value addition. Sample answer: I have vast experience in implementation management as seen from my resume. I have been looking for newer challenges in this field that I believe your company will offer, given that you are the leading software firm in the country. I want to provide my expertise, skills, and everything I have learned to better this workplace. Working here will also give me a chance to better my career and grow. 2. What are the roles of an implementation manager? Do you know your mandates as an implementation manager? What are your roles in the workplace? Convince the interviewer that you understand what is expected of you by mentioning only the related roles. You can take a look at the job description or note whatever you were tasked with in your former workplace. Sample answer: My primary role as an implementation manager is to manage a team of management specialists responsible for implementing technical systems, software, and hardware solutions. I oversee and support several implementation projects and ensure that the project or department milestones are met and fit the provided budget. 3. What are the qualities that an implementation manager needs to be effective? Do you know what you need to be good at this job? This is where you mention all the attributes, skills, and abilities that every implementation manager needs. You can also mention some of your personal qualities that have helped you get this far or derive them from the job description. All in all, ensure that whatever you say is related to the job you are interviewing for. Sample answer: To be a good implementation manager, one needs an array of qualities. These include effective communication and leadership skills, good decision-making, technical expertise in related software and systems, team-building skills, ability to work under pressure, good negotiation skills, and ability to stick with the vision of the department or company in general. Number 4. What is the main challenge that you faced in your former role? How did you overcome it? Can you find solutions to workplace challenges? The interviewer wants to know if you are a problem solver. Therefore, give an experience that highlights your problem-solving skills. Your ability to solve problems means that you won't spend time whining since you will be working on solutions, something that every hiring organization needs to hear. Sample answer: I found a divided team when I joined my former workplace. There were lots of battles and conflicts among the implementation specialists, which threatened performance. I had to deal with this before anything else, and therefore held a meeting where I gave everyone a chance to air their differences. I also told them the importance of working together and solving their issues. Most of the problems were caused by ideological differences, which we sorted. 5. Briefly discuss your experience. The interviewer has your curriculum vitae and resume, so you don't have to give an entire narration when answering this question. Mention some of your career highlights and convince the interviewer that you have what it takes to deliver in this job. Sample answer: This is my first try at management. However, I have been an implementation specialist for the last 7 years, working at different levels. I was mainly charged with helping companies adopt new software systems and ensuring that these systems meet client needs. I also have vast experience in installing and customizing software as a service system. 6. Describe your daily routine. What does your day as an implementation manager look like, Or how do you envision it once you get the job? The interviewer wants to test your understanding of this field and whether you know your daily mandates or not. You can draw from the job description or mention some of the things you did in your former workplace. Sample answer: my daily routine revolves around managing a team of implementation specialists and overseeing the implementation of technical systems, hardware, and solutions. I also supervise and support several implementation projects and work hard to meet the project and department milestones. I also track the allocated budget and ensure that it is not exceeded. 7. Mention a strategy and mindset that is required in this job. Do you have a way of working or going about things that will make you a good implementation manager? What about a set of beliefs or ways of thinking that will help you in this job? Your answer will tell the interviewer if you will deliver if given a chance. Sample answer: the best strategy that any implementation manager or manager, in general, can use is the prioritization of teamwork. It promises better results and improved accuracy. Collaboration also brings people together, thus creating workplace harmony. It also means the division of labor, which has its successes. As for the right mindset, one must always stay positive to inspire hope and influence the team members to give their all. 8. What is the main challenge that you foresee in this role? Have you identified any challenges that you are likely to face if you get the job? The interviewer expects you to find more about the organization, conduct extensive research, and identify issues that may come up once you get the job. However, do not mention anything that will make you look incompetent. Sample answer: I love challenges, and one of the reasons I applied for this job is because it will expose me to new ones. I haven't therefore given this question a thought, since I am prepared to deal with them, just like I did in my former jobs. I will also ask for help if I ever meet a challenge that needs the management's attention. This is a classic example of turning the question around for your benefit. 9. What motivates you in this job? What helps you give your all every day in this job? Management can be challenging, especially if your subordinates are uncooperative. Make sure that your motivating factor is not material. Do not mention money, vacation, trips, or any benefit that comes with the job. Sample answer: I love meeting goals and milestones. I therefore believe that my motivation comes from my desire to succeed. Success fuels me and brings the best out of me. I also love working with others to achieve set goals and milestones, and management offers me just that. Lastly, I take pride in what I do, since this is a field that I enjoy immensely. 10. Mention a time that you failed in this job. What did you learn? The interviewer wants to know whether you are accountable and can learn from your mistakes. Do not shy away from answering this question, believing that the interviewer will find you incompetent. Do not also say that you haven't failed at one point, since failure is inevitable and leads to growth. Whatever you mention, remember to include the lesson learned and, if possible, detail how it helped you in your career. Sample answer: during my first years in management, I was more focused on the results than employee welfare. I pushed them to give their all instead of motivating and inspiring them. After one brave employee approached me and criticized my leadership style, I realized that I was doing things the wrong way. I then transformed from being a boss to a leader. I learned that motivating and inspiring employees is the best way of improving performance. 11. Why do you believe that you are the best candidate for this position? The interviewer will always give you chances to sell yourself, such as this one. They want to know some of the things that make you outstanding. Talk proudly about yourself and convince the interviewer that you will do a better job than the other candidates if given a chance. Sample answer: I spent over 7 years as an implementation specialist before trying out management. Cumulatively, I have more than 12 years of experience in this field. I have overcome many industry-specific obstacles in my career that I believe set me ahead of the others. I also have diverse management techniques that will deliver results and ensure that everyone in the workplace is happy. I will do a fantastic job if given a chance. 12. What is your biggest achievement? The interviewer wants you to look back at your career and talk about some of the highlights. What have you achieved as an implementation manager or specialist that you are most proud of? You should speak passionately and enthusiastically about it to convince the hiring manager that you are an achiever. Sample answer: my main achievement as an implementation manager was seeing my former workplace grow from a small institution to a multimillion firm. I was the first implementation manager and therefore had a lot on my plate, given that we were also understaffed. It is also worth mentioning that the company recognized my achievements and rewarded me handsomely before I left. 13. As an implementation manager, what is your management style? Please try and avoid labels when answering this question. Do not mention things such as progressive, persuasive, and consultative, since they have different meanings and descriptions. Talk about a situational style to be safe, instead of a one-size-fits-all style. Sample answer: I have learned from experience that delegating responsibility and authority is essential in management. It helps the entire team grow as a whole. I also prefer team building, provided that every team member is clear on their role, knows where they fit, and can depend on one another. I also give room for real-time feedback. 14. What's your take on teamwork? The interviewer wants to know if you value teamwork in the workplace and will pave the way for collaborative work. As a manager, you need to enhance cooperation between employees, which can be achieved through collaboration. Your answer should be positive. Sample answer: I value teamwork since I find it effective in achieving the set goals and milestones. Bringing people together on a project enhances the flow of ideas needed to deliver excellent results. It further enhances cooperation, which is essential in the workplace. 15. What is your biggest weakness? You are better positioned to answer such a question since you understand yourself better. The interviewer wants you to share with them any shortcomings that you may have. Be honest, but don't mention anything that may make the interviewer believe that you are incompetent. Sample answer: I believe that I am overly focused. Even though one may argue that it is a strength, it has its negative sides. I tend to be too keen on details and may miss out on the bigger picture. However, I am constantly working on myself to overcome it. I believe that I am getting better as time goes by. 16. How do you intend to motivate other employees? Part of your job description as a manager includes motivating other employees to give their all. You should have techniques that will help you achieve this. Convince the interviewer that you will be more of a leader than a boss and increase your chances of landing the job. Sample answer: I intend to use a mix of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation ideas to inspire the employees to give their all. I will have a reward system where the best performing employees get recognized and applauded for their efforts. I will also listen to the employee and ensure that their worries and concerns are attended to. 17. What is your greatest strength? This is a common question in interviews that you should be prepared for by now. The interviewer wants to know if you understand what the job requires and have what it takes to deliver. Take a good look at the job description and identify a strength you possess that will help you deliver. Sample answer: I believe that my greatest strength is my ability to help people reach their potential. I always know who can deliver from the first interaction and what it takes to push them to their limits, but for their benefit. This has helped me mentor lots of employees who are always grateful in the end. 18. How will you manage stress among your team members? Working under pressure increases the chances of stress in work settings. You should know how to react whenever any of your team members is stressed. Remember, you shouldn't prioritize results over the mental health of your fellow workmates. Mention some of the techniques that you will use to alleviate stress. Sample answer. Even though I love working under pressure, I know that it cannot be the same for everyone. Therefore, I take a proactive approach whenever I notice any signs of stress or negativity within my team members. I will talk with the individuals, assess the situation, and find ways or responding well to the problem. Some of the institutions I have worked for also had coaches to help with employee stress. I worked closely with them and made the mental well-being of everyone a priority. 19. How will you handle conflict between your team members? You should understand that conflicts are common in team settings. As a manager, know how to handle a stalemate between any of your team members. Show that you are impartial and interested in how employees relate with each other. Sample answer. I believe that there are always two sides to every story. I will therefore stay neutral and open-minded whenever I am confronted with teammate conflicts. I usually organize sit-downs and give the team members a chance to say their side of the story, after which we come up with lasting solutions. 20. How will you delegate tasks to your team? One of your roles as an implementation manager will be to delegate tasks to your team members. Tell the interviewer what you consider during task delegation and how you successfully pair employees with tasks. Sample answer. I usually delegate tasks based on the ability of each team member to deliver excellent results. I typically sit down with the team and discuss the project before breaking it down and determining what is needed to get things done and who deserves each task. Conclusion. These 20 questions should help you prepare well for your upcoming interview. Take your time and go through the questions again and ensure that you have the answers at your fingertips.